In the last video, I used a cheap animal trick with the chicken, just to keep you interested. I think that was cheap. I don't think you should do that. I'm a little bit puffed, but this is what we're making. We're making a bread roll. And I made these on Thursday. I didn't really cook them enough. So this time I'm going to get it right. I'm having a bit of a grumpy day. I'm trying to make 12 bread rolls and do a video, and the video recorder keeps shutting down. So I think it'll work this time. Now in here I have put 500 grams strong white flour. That's Mozart. Mozart's helped me to not be grumpy. 2 tablespoons of yeast, 1 tablespoon of salt, 30 grams melted butter. Rub the butter in. The recipe is a Hairy Biker recipe. Freeze frame if you want that. And it's still quite dry. It varies with the flour, you see. You can't just use measurements. It doesn't work. But that's still dry. So I'm going to go for that. Get a bit more. But if you make it too wet, it kind of sags. But if you develop the gluten properly, it should stand up properly. So it can be a bit wet. And if you make it too dry, it doesn't react properly. So that's pretty sticky. Suddenly, just 20 grams or so and it's sticky. There's lots of ways to knead, but at the beginning, you can just smash it about any old how. I'll throw some on the floor. I like giving it a bit of a slap. Yeah, that's not bad. That's what they say, coming together. And the French guys I was watching on YouTube, they kind of do this. I like that. That's a bit of fun. About 5 minutes. I normally do it for longer. I'm giving it some welly. Is that done? No, but Mozart it is. Pop it down. I've got this little shower cap thing somewhere. So I've been doing so much bread. My wife bought me one of these things, so we'll leave that for an hour. And then we're going to come back and divide it. This morning I made 2 lots of bread rolls, and because the video camera played up. I'm going back to the first lot now, which has indeed doubled in size. It's quite large. And now we need to divide it into 8. It might look like I'm being really fussy, but when you want the rolls to be the same size, this actually matters. Now, I think this is the fun bit. Smash it down, and imagine that's like a, I don't know, a kind of plate of rubber bands, and then you fold it and fold it. This is what I do anyway. And what I've done there is I put some tension into the gluten. You flatten it again, you can put more tension in. And it kind of resists you, it's fighting back. And you want that. You want it to be like a tight ball of rubber bands all the way around the skin. That's what the gluten's doing for you. And then when the pressure comes on from the gas, from the yeast, it blows up into a sphere. Thing from on top. and come back when it's doubled in size. I think these are going to be good. They're talking to me, talking to my fingers. And then the Hairy Biker's recipe, which is what we're following, they recommend you put ground rice flour on the top. But I'm not really convinced that's going to stick. And I'm not really convinced that's much fun. So I'm going to do it on half of them. And then I've got my little paintbrush here. And I'm going to put some poppy seeds, a bit of water, and some poppy seeds on these ones. Now these have got, hopefully you can see, these have got quite a big kind of rise on them. They're pretty taut. Look at that, that's pretty taut. So when the heat comes on in the oven, these are really going to go pow. And they're going to be, well, I think they're going to be massive actually. That's part of the fun to see what really happens. And hopefully the oven is hot enough. And I've got a jug of steaming hot water to pour some hot water in the tray at the bottom of the oven. It's good to put a bit of steam in the oven because that helps transfer the heat and stuff into the bread. So there we go. Kind of, woo, ready. Straight in. Hope you can hear that sizzling of the steam in the oven. Come back in a minute. 10 minutes. So I have now baked them. The first time I baked them 2 days ago, they were like this, and I didn't cook them enough. So they need to be browner. I'm very cross about those. These are obviously browner, and they're pretty crisp on the outside, which is hopefully going to be cooked. They kind of feel cooked. The poppy seeds have stuck. The rice, what's it called? Ground rice flour has stuck. And maybe it looks nicer, to be honest, than the poppy seeds. Maybe the big bikers do know something about baking. Anyway, there we are. I might come back in a minute once I've cooled down and tell you if they're edible. Either way, I'm going to give them to a friend. So I made the rolls a couple of days ago, gave them to a friend, and I asked her to pop in to give some sort of feedback on what she thought. And she liked them, didn't you?